A literary review about the story of the Dead Man's Path. It is a short story by the Nigerian writer Chinua Achebe, first published in 1953. The short story has been noted as an example of cultural conflict.
Michael Obi was appointed as the headmaster of Njum Central School in January 1949. It had always been an unprogressive school, so the mission authorities decided to send a young and energetic man to run it. Obi accepted this responsibility with enthusiasm. He had many wonderful ideas, and this was an opportunity to put them into practice. He carries the weight of this duty with haughtiness and takes pride in his own secondary education, which will help him succeed as the headmaster of the school. Obi and his wife had a conversation about how they will do their best and what changes they will do after hearing the promotion. In their 2 years of married life, his wife had become completely infected by his passion for modern methods and his denigration of these old and superannuated people in the teaching field who would be better employed as traders in the Onitsha market. She began to see herself already as the admired wife of the young headmaster, the queen of the school. The wives of the other teachers would envy her position. She would set the fashion in everything. Then, suddenly, it occurred to her that there might not be other wives. Wavering between hope and fear, she asked her husband, looking anxiously at him. "All our colleagues are young and unmarried," he said with enthusiasm, which for once she did not share. "Which is a good thing," he continued. "Why?" his wife asked. "Why? They will give all their time and energy to the school," he replied.
Nancy, being skeptical about the new school and thinking how to support her husband because she saw Obi looking so stressed out about the new school. "A penny for your thoughts, Mike," Nancy said after a while, imitating the woman magazine she read. "I was thinking, what a grand opportunity we got at last to show these people how a school should be run," Mike said. Obi put his life on the line to get his work done because he wanted the best for his work, while relying to his wife on the beautification of the garden. One night, Michael is frustrated to see an elderly woman walk through a flower bed. He inspects the garden and discovers there is a path from the village to the bush through the school compound. He asks another teacher about the path and learned that it connects the villager temple to their burial grounds. He learned also that there was an argument the last time the school tried to close the path. But Michael is determined that is not cut through school grounds. He is worried that the government education officer on his visit next week will think poorly of the school progress. He commented the villager might hold pagan rituals in a schoolroom. With stick and barbed wire, the path is blocked.
A few days later, an elderly priest of Ani visits Obi from the village to confirm what they heard about the closure of the path. Obi confirms that the story and explains that he couldn't allow the villagers to make a holiday of the school's campus. The priest argued that the path existed long before Obi was born, and it is still essential to the life of village. It is the path used by the spirits of the dead and their ancestors visits them by it. It is also the path of children coming to be born. Obi smugly responds that the main purpose of the school is to eradicate such a guilt. At this, the priest advises Obi once more to reopen the path, saying, "Let the hawk perch and let the eagle perch." Obi apologizes and offers to help the villagers conduct a new path. but the priest has nothing more to say to him. 2 days later, a young village woman dies in childbirth, and the villagers summon a diviner for advice. The diviner recommends that the villagers make sacrifices to the ancestors who are angry about the closure of the path. The next day, Michael Obi awakens to find that the school has been badly damaged. One of the buildings has been torn down, and the plants have been uprooted and trampled. The supervisor, a white man, visits the campus that day. He writes in this report that Obi's misguided skill has resulted in tribal warfare between the village and the school.
Michael Obi. He is the main character in the story. He wants to have the school, but it will disrupt the peace of the village. Nancy, she's the wife of Michael, and she wants to be adored by everyone. The priest. He strongly believes about the culture of the village. The teacher. He is the one that informed Michael about the history about the path. Villager. They are the one that usually use the path, and they will fight for it.
The conflict type of the story will be man versus society because of what Mr. Obi did to the old path the villager used to use in going to shrine to the burial palace. Without consulting them, he barricaded the path. That gives the villager a bit kind of rude vibes to Mr. Obi.
Theme of the story, The Dead Man's Path, is to value and give importance to those people around you. People must have and show some respect for others' cultures and traditions. No matter what differences in beliefs and cultures we have, we must always respect and consider the feelings of other people before taking and making any act.
In conclusion, Michael wants to improve the school, but his approach and his mindset are negative. So, what happened next is the community got into a chaos, and Michael's plan didn't go to success.
The story The Dead Man's Path was about a newly appointed young headmaster of a school who didn't believe in elders' beliefs. He just laughed at it and don't listen to what everyone was saying. That's why in the end, all of his plans were destroyed and didn't go according to what he envisioned. So, we always need to remember that sometimes it is not bad if we listen to others. We didn't know maybe that will help us to succeed.
Rather than being an agent of progress, as a headmaster should be, Michael has managed to alienate himself and the school from the very people the school was supposed to benefit. If anything, Michael has been blinded by his own arrogance and his belief that he knows what is best for the community. Instead of attempting to adjust his environment, Michael has tried to change and control his surroundings to suit his way of thinking.
Story Dead Man's Path is an excellent story that shows us that there is a right way of doing some action. In this story, Mr. Obi just wanted to renovate or restore the campus, but he do it in the wrong way.
The Dead Man's Path show that the culture are accepted by some and denied and thrown upon by others because they have their own belief. And also, not all people are willing to adopt new way of life.
Dead Man's Path shows the importance of cultural dialogue when interacting with the new culture. A professional should understand how to politely negotiate with the local community and respect their traditions and religious beliefs.
The Dead Man's Path enlighten us readers about the value of cultural diversity. Being open to learning about other cultures, which contribute to the amazing diversity of our planet, aids in the eradication of prejudice and personal preconceptions among
The
values.
dead man's spot is the clash between the modernity and tradition because of the conflict that happened in the story. In addition, it symbolizes the persistence of tradition in the modern world.
Symbolize the unbreakable bond between the village shrine and the burial site to present the villager's cultural history. It also creates a changing site to represent a group of people who are unwilling to change the way of life in the them.